So today I was kind of just chilling in the park and walking around thinking what video I should do today. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys have already read the title, because in today's video, guys, I'll be going through all of the Easter eggs which I was able to find in this brand new map, which there is actually plenty of them, and there's a few things that we can actually talk about. So in today's video, guys, I'll be showcasing you a brief showcase of every single Easter egg that was actually added in this brand new map, and some of them are also myths. So let's just jump right into it. So I gotta say, I'm actually really satisfied with how this map came out, and there is a few things which I would like to actually cover that you guys might actually find quite interesting, which I actually only just noticed now because I was just going around the map. So the first thing I would like to talk about is going to be the shopping mall, which we have ourselves over here. I don't know if we can actually call this a shopping mall, but as you guys can see, all of these shops do have their different types of names. And you might be wondering, what does this actually have to do with anything? Well, by the way, every single one of these names actually has to do with the names of the developers. I think you guys can actually find this pretty obvious. First one being is the Tech Motors, obviously is going to be the Kisbo Tech Motors. The AJ's Tech Shop, of course, is going to be related to the developer, which is AJ. Alex is also a developer himself. Kurt's, one of the developers' names is Curtis. And we have ourselves more Tech Shop, which is going to be a Tech Pond, which is probably going to be related to Kismo Tech once again. We have ourselves some more, which is going to be exactly, let's see this name, it's going to be Crow Bros, which is going to be related to Kronos, which is one of the developers in the game as well. We have ourselves Flow Chicken, which one of the developers' names is Flowtonio or Antonio, any of these names. And then we have ourselves Stiz, which is once again another one of the devs, and False Loaders. I don't remember any developer which went by the name False, but most of these names are literally actually kind of funny, and they all very much relate to the names of the devs. This is just some kind of myth which I wanted to talk about because I genuinely find it really cool, and I gotta respect the developers for adding this. I love it. So the next thing which one of the people in the comment section actually wanted me to cover is going to be the oil area, which as you guys can see over here, the oil actually works a lot different in terms of how it spawns, because as you guys can see, now they have added a brand new filling system which just loads over time. I believe the more people that there are in the server, the more oil barrels are going to be spawning, and I believe there's around 5 oil barrels in the spawn. I wouldn't really call this an Easter egg, but I would rather call this something really cool to just want to go for in today's video. Alrighty, so the next Easter egg is going to be around these hills over here, or canyons we could actually say, and there is basically like a location where you guys could actually go down here, down the ladder, and there we have it. This is where the place which has been moved from the last map, which is basically allows you guys to be able to get yourself the Sandcross badge. Nothing really special about it, but I'd say it's just a really cool touch. They have brought back some of the older Easter eggs while also improving more, and more Easter eggs will be to come in this video, which are actually new, so I'd love to actually show that to you. But anyway, let's just continue with the next one. Alrighty, you guys, so the next Easter egg we're actually going to be following up with is going to be the hospital itself. Many people have also talked about this, but I would like to actually talk about this quite a lot because I really do love the idea of it. So we go ahead and go into the hospital itself. As you guys can see over here, we have ourselves actual obtainable medkits, which you guys could actually use. And I actually really like the touch that they gave to this, because the medkits we can actually get from the hospital, it kind of does make sense, and they couldn't have just left the hospital on its own without adding anything special into it. This is kind of thing I love about the new map, is that everything you guys go into actually feels a lot more interactive, and you guys can actually get a feeling for where you are, rather than previously where we just felt like we were at war in the middle of a desert. Here it actually feels like a city, and I gotta love this. Alrighty, so next up, as you guys can see, and you might wonder where I actually am, I am in a special room which you guys could only access if you are going to be in a VIP server. It means that you guys would have to use Fly to get into here. I don't think I'm supposed to be into here. Obviously, in the normal game, you guys wouldn't be able to get in here, but in the private server, boom, boom, boom. As you guys can see, this is the loading area. Your player is still loading. If you are stuck here, try to reset, and if that doesn't work, rejoin the game. This is just kind of a little bit of a sneak peek. I wouldn't really call this much of an Easter egg, but I would like to include it in this video because personally I actually just really find it cool, because it does have an interesting idea to it. And if we do go ahead and actually go into Fly once again, if we go into the map, yeah, this is just a little bit of a funny building that we have ourselves a little freaking box which is black again. Yeah, in a normal game you guys are never gonna get into here, but I think that this is pretty cool to cover in this video anyway. Alrighty, so most people might already know where I am, and I am here on the deserted island, as most people like to call it, where we can actually hit our ships. But this actually has probably the biggest Easter egg that was added, which is brand new, which is actually hidden in one of these buildings. I'm not exactly sure which one of these buildings this actually is, so just gotta give me a second, but I gotta say this is actually hidden somewhat well. It's just the fact that most people have found this now if they were to go around the map. Just give me a second, I cannot find this for life. Alrighty, so I have finally found that you guys will basically need to go into this building over here, and this is basically a ladder taking you guys down here. I'm gonna try to not take damage and actually just go down the ladder like I'm supposed to with this Easter egg. And here we go, let's turn around. This is probably the most modernized building which has not been shown, and boom, here we go. We have ourselves the lovely cube which everybody actually loves, man. I gotta say that this is really nicely designed and it's actually really neat. It has a few TVs in this room, it has a few PCs. I wish that some of these PCs could also be functional or something, but maybe we're gonna be getting this in the future update. But here we go, this is the cube, which does have 3 question mark, and I don't know if this gives you an Easter egg. Let's go ahead and do this, and let's see if I actually do get some kind of, I don't know, let's see what happens. And it just did nothing. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I should turn up my sound for this, so let me try to do this one more time and actually just press E. Let's see what happens. Let me see if I do get some kind of error. Oh, I just got an error sound. So if we do this one more time... Oh, I cannot do it anymore, I don't think. Can I? Wait. Yeah, I think you guys can only do this once. The first time maybe it just didn't work. But then the cube, I think it somewhat turns color a little bit. Or was it the same before? I don't notice it this much. But I gotta say, this is probably the coolest building over here. I gotta love this design. But yeah, anyway, in terms of the Easter eggs, I would like to talk about this a little bit more. I really like what the developers have done here, and I think that's totally everything that we currently have in this brand new update. There isn't really much more to cover, unfortunately, but I gotta say, some of these we were actually myth-busting, and some of these are just Easter eggs, and I really like what the developers have done here, but I would like to give them a kind request to actually start adding way more Easter eggs in this map, because that's what makes the maps much more fun, that's what makes content creation much more fun. It overall just makes the whole side of the game feel a lot more alive rather than what we had in the previous map. I would like the developers to bring back the old Easter eggs, but also try to update this map more and more every single update that they do actually give into the game, because it's something cool, and I gotta say they need to do more of these because it's actually making the game feel a lot more fun than what we had previously. Anyway, I gotta rate this map really well, and I do love the current Easter eggs which they have given to the game. I really gotta respect the devs for this. Anyway, for the time being, that will probably be all in this video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys were able to find something else that could be considered an Easter egg, because personally I think some of them couldn't be considered an Easter egg, but I still decided to put them in this video. Gotta say, love the new map, and I'll see you guys next video. Have a great rest of your day, and let me know if you have found anything I was not able to cover in this video.